I just thought that everybody had a treasury. And that's, I guess, when I left Citibank in 2014 and started meeting companies outside of my comfort zone, I started realizing that treasuries came in all sizes and all shapes, and not necessarily all companies had treasuries. It started becoming a discussion of explaining to people what it was I actually did. I had lived in my little bubble there thinking that everybody knew what the treasurer did. In fact, I'd just been living among treasurers and treasury implementation managers for the best part of a decade. We're not looking to cut any staff or anything like that. We are looking for staff to use these tools to automate the boring stuff, get that out of the way. The very first process that we are doing here in Treasury is very simple, right? It's the robot is unattended. No one is looking after it. And all it's doing all day long is looking at the Outlook email folder. And it's looking for an email. And when that specific email comes in, it takes it and it saves it onto a drive, converts the Excel sheet that is attached to it. It happens to not be able to produce what we actually want. And then it sends it on to our in-house bank. It's that simple, right? It's a very simple task. And if we didn't do that, then someone would need to sit there every morning and spend 3 or 4 minutes to do that task. And that's unnecessary. And if you do that, when you're implementing a new system of some sort, if you keep your eye open for all these little niggly bits and start getting them away, you're going to find that you're starting to save first 15 minutes, then half an hour, and then an hour per day. And that's per person. So you're starting to free up people to do what they're really good at, what we hired them to do in Treasury anyway. What I would look for when hiring people into Treasury, I would look for someone with integrity, someone who knows who they are, who don't mind admitting when they've done something wrong, right? You know, someone who immediately when they discover they've done something wrong, raise their hand so that we can have a discussion around it and prevent it the next time. That's the first part. The second part is it's wanting to have an intellectual discussion with your peers around what it is you're doing, trying to place yourself in why are we doing these processes? What is it we're delivering? Who are we delivering it for? Is it the shareholders, right? Are they the reason we're doing this particular task, and constantly evaluating what it is you're doing? Because what you're doing is you're managing risk. And if you don't have that conversation constantly, the risk of risks is that you don't recognize that a new risk has arisen or that an old one has ceased to be. And you need to be careful with how you spend your limited resources.